Hi everyone, welcome to Biblio Born Books. I am Dee and today I'm coming to you with a review. It is one of the best fantasy romance books I have read this year and a much anticipated book that I really wanted to read last year, and that is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Is the first book in the From Blood and Ash series, and it follows Penelope Balfour. I hope I'm saying Penelope correctly, but she's really referred to going forward as Poppy. That's what she's known as, and she is living in the Kingdom of Solace, and she's the maiden. So as the maiden, she's this figure that is revered and meant for this destiny called an ascension. So as an ascension is something that certain people in the kingdom go through, but her as the maiden, she's basically at the top somewhat of the food chain. She's this ultra mega figure that is basically almost like the climatic point of the ascension. So they really need her and want her. So she's coveted. She then lives an isolated, secluded life because, you know, she's this ultra mega important figure. And as a result, her life is super just small. Everything about her is planned out. She's secluded, she's isolated, you know, and again, because she's living in a different part of the kingdom for now. It's this small kind of town, I guess, and then eventually she's going to be moved to the capital. But while she's living in this small town area, she needs to be protected. So that's where our hero comes in, and he is named Hawk, and he's supposed to guard her. Now, the thing about Hawk is that Poppy knows him because they had this ultra illicit encounter. How does she know this new guard when she's supposed to only be living on the grounds of this manor castle place? That's because they've met before. Yeah. Anyway, so now Hawk is obviously charged with looking after her and guarding her, and he just becomes this person that really sees her for who she really is, and also lets her be, even though, you know, he's supposed to kind of perpetuate this protection of her and keep her in this little cage. He really is open and really is aware of who Poppy truly is, and goes about empowering her and just being this unmovable force and partnering with her in a really great way. But that might be boring. So then he becomes a morally grey character, of course, and I didn't see nothing, I didn't hear nothing. I love that. It really makes sense for the story, and I just, he ate. Yeah. Anyway, oh, I really like one aspect about this book was how unique this world is. There is a law creature that is a critical part of this book, but it's such a reimagining because it's not, you know, the same way that you would imagine this law creature being. It's not the way that you've known it. It's almost like, and there's also, of the same creature, it's kind of two divergent interpretations of it, which is really incredible. All right, so I'm going to read this quote and then I'm going to explain how it just ties in this other huge theme for me so well. And it says, some truths do nothing but destroy and decay what they do not obliterate. Truths do not always set one free. Only a fool who has spent their entire life being fed lies believes that. So one important theme that I feel was really addressed while here was about known and buried histories and how certain people are in positions of power and are able to just spread any kind of propaganda, and unlearning, because I think Poppy was so sheltered and there was a truth that she knew about her roots, about her kingdom, about groups of people and the groups of people that she kind of aligned with, but by default, or she was raised with and she was used to. And I think it's just so timely about how, you know, there's all these suppressed voices in the world right now, and people that are just speaking truth to power, and all that things that have been taken as facts just being unraveled, taken out. So yeah, it's enlightenment and, you know, timeliness in a fantasy romance. So yeah, she ate, JLA ate, and Poppy really began to see the real truths in her beliefs, in her own self-image. There's a whole lot of, you know, this wonderful feminist line about how her purity doesn't actually eradicate all that she is as a person, all the other things that she's done. Yeah, it's amazing. And anyway, whatever really was thrown at her, she took with such determination and resilience. And my girl did not play. Okay, this is a spoiler, so just pop off for 1 sec. So this chick was like, I'll kill you. Okay. Oh, you know how heroines in this one is like a maybe morally gray area or character, and they think, oh my gosh, I want to kill this person, I want to kill him, I gotta kill. She did it. She did it. This is why it gave what it needed to give, because she followed through. Some of y'all are just sitting me like, no, like I'm gonna do it, and she did it. She wasn't caught sleeping again. She came for him. Amazing. Okay, so I gave it 5 plus. Actually, I gave it 4 stars. I think I gave it 4.9 stars. That's a weird rating, but basically it's between 4.5 to 4.9. But I think I reread sections of it, so it might be a 5. But the thing about that is that it's because there were parts of it that were just too long and unnecessarily. And I get that this is a foundational book. First books in series really, they lay it on you. But there was really great character development again, and high wonderful stakes. But yeah, there were just certain parts I was like, I can do without this. But maybe it actually showed how repetitive her life was and how kind of tiny it was. So that's value there. And yeah, that's what I gotta say. I've also read A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. That's the second book. And A Crown of Gilded Bones, the third book in the series. Next year, I think in March, The War of Two Queens is coming out. Amazing. And then there's this parallel book called A Shadow in the Ember. Yeah, okay, that I was gonna explain, but that's a spoiler because the parallel book kind of joins or has is linked more to the third. So A Shadow in the Ember, A Side, is linked more to the third book, so I really won't go into that. I haven't read it yet. Don't have a copy. My gosh, it's Christmas, you guys, send me A Side. And yeah, I'm really, this just, I love it here. Really, really, really love it here. And I can't wait to continue with this world. And yeah, I hope you pick it up. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you thought of this. Thank you so much for watching. Pick up a read and Biblio On.